G'day everybody and welcome back to my channel, Viking Gamer. And in last adventure we joined the Klingon Empire and did a little bit of shopping for our ship. Now we're actually going to use the ship. But just before we do, just going to do one last tiny little bit of shopping because decided now I will go with a full cannon loadout. Just want to see what these are like, but I'm just going to try again, just see if I can get we can just get the no, I don't want to put protection status 2 on, I want to actually use the thing. Not the type of cannon I was after, but it'll come in handy on one of the other vessels. Just have one last try. Getting one of the back turret ones. Aha! Yep! That's the one I'm after. Okay. So it'll be interesting to see how this rocks and rolls. Save loadout. And off to the ship. Now, here's the thing. For some reason, instead of having the crew in a zigzag pattern, it's stacked them vertically. And I can't unstack that. So I can move chunks of the HUD around. But as you can see, it doesn't give me the option of unstacking the crew. So this is going to be slightly annoying off to the side like that, but we'll see how we go. And it'd actually be better if I look at the map and actually see where I'm going. There we go. And this is the wainscoting too. Which I plan on being the main ship for this character. Begin neutral no more.
You've arrived at the perfect time. Our satellites have picked up several Nausicaan ships in and near the system. They seem to be pirates, bent on harassing freighters. I'm concerned about the possibility of the pirates deciding to beam down and ransack our home. The planets in this system are not particularly habitable, so we're limited to several small underground facilities. It wouldn't be hard for them to send a contingent of troops and take control of our mining operation. Obviously, if this keeps up, we won't have any trade, which will force us to close down this operation and evacuate.
A show of the Republic's resolve may be enough to dissuade the pirates. We'll take care of this. Got a little probe with me. I forgot one of those pieces of equipment actually comes with a little probe that flies along with you. Wait until we're almost on top of them, and then get the torpedo's ability.
To any ship in range, this is the freighter's island. We've taken heavy damage from Nausicaan pirates. We need immediate assistance. Repeat, we need immediate assistance.
About to say my probe is already engaged, so...
Thank you once more for your policing efforts. It'll be a while before we see trouble here again. Speaking of trouble, I thought you might wish to know that freighter, the Xylan, came by to trade for supplies. They claimed to be carrying mostly perishable delectables and trinkets, but their holds had no refrigeration system and registered a great many compact power signatures.
Compact power signatures? Sounds like small arms. You think that they were smuggling weapons?
The freighter manifest indicated that they had recently come from the Chaltok system. There's a small Uridian colony there. You might be able to find answers if you find out who's supplying them.
Thank you for the information. I'll bring it up with with Republic Command. Depart system. We can depart on your orders. Centurion. We should definitely report this to Second Commander Nacelle. Depart system.
Odd. None of the colonies in contact with the Republic should be involved in weapons dealing. I will make a few inquiries. You may want to take your new ship over to the Chaltok system, in case we need additional investigating done. Time is short. Congratulations, Centurion. Click here to view your traits. Greetings. I have a new mission for you on behalf of the Republic. We have traced the Uridian freighter you rescued back to the Chaltok system. Years ago, the Chaltok system held a Romulan research facility studying polaric energy. It was nearly destroyed in a polaric energy explosion. Since then, a colony of Uridians has settled on the planet. Recently, it has become a hotbed of strife. This isn't the first incident we've had with the colony, and we suspect weapons smuggling is occurring. We have heard rumors of one weapons dealer in particular on Chaltok, a Riemann. We'd like to make sure that none of the weapons there are going to be turned against New Romulus. We need you to travel to the Chaltok system and investigate these allegations.
Accept.
Time is short. What do you need of me?
Okay, we've got some new abilities. Another space point to spend. Continue going down the engineering path.
These are your active traits. You can activate available traits from the list on the left.
Okay. Lucky. Increases chance to expose weaknesses and plus critical percentage. So it's more sort of combat-y. I've already got telekinetics slotted. Rifle training, pistol training. Yep, rifles is my thing, so I'll go with rifle training. Ship traits. cannons, because that's where I really want to go with this. Okay, just swap out to the other weapons for the time being. More regular style of plasma cannon. Right, I think that's the little probe. Anyway, we'll have to look at this another time. Okay, let's have another look at this. Now put those back on. So I think I'll swap out the drone. Put this really buff torpedo on. Check that that's not given me any other little abilities. No, everything's still as it was. More details. So now we've got the full set. Plasma damage, kinetic damage, physical damage. While above 90% hull gain plus 10 all damage and armor penetration. Plasma bombard explosion has a big radius. Okay, it looks like that torpedo is going to have a big oomph. The omnidirectional beam that fires in all 90-degree angles, and the rest are cannon-based weapons. Okay, so let's go and check out this other system. Oh, and I must remember to keep an eye out for this stuff. And it looks like we should have claimed something already. Yep. got a bunch of things to claim. Claim these while we're in transit. This is to do with the temple agent stuff. Hopefully we didn't fail to collect one earlier. Okay, so we've now claimed a bunch of Delta Recruit stuff, which we'll investigate properly later. How close are we to the objective? There's actually a random space encounter here. Because I'm a little bit worried about the weapons, this would be a good place to go and test it. So this isn't the actual mission. This is a side quest. This is just a random fight which we've encountered. Someone encroaching on our territory. Okay, let's see how the ship behaves now. And who are we fighting against? Klingon faction. Ship already comes with a probe, so it doesn't need the other one. Okay, interfere with the shields. Okay, this encounter is almost too tough for us. Summon some decoys of myself. Almost at the end of the waves. Okay, I'm going to use the plasma logs.
Congratulations, Centurion.
Okay, and I got a level out of that. Okay, and return to sector space. Plasma lance is recharging. These slots are still locked. Anyway, Delta recruit equipment, space weapons and ground weapons, etc. ground gear. Aha, I've got my first kit module. This will improve my abilities. And I've got a ground turret. And a beam rifle. Piercing beam rifle. Yay! Anyway, I think that big torpedo fires way too slowly. But I might put that in the back and have the rapid firing torpedo up front. For now, at least. More details. Hang on. Just trying to decide which set I'm definitely having all together. No, I'll put that back together where it was. But keep the new keep that little drone flying around with me for the moment. Now that I know what it is, I'm tempted to go with a regular plasma torpedo up the front. Because 15-second recharge, that's just way too long. Okay, and these things are marked packages. It makes sense to get some delta marks. Delta marks. Undine marks. Of course, some good stuff that you get produced through that. Romulan marks for New Romulus. Delta recruit marks again. And Undine marks again. Put these pieces of equipment in there. Okay, and skills, traits. Aha, and the shield modulator. Okay. And that's where we'll have to call it for now. Hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment section in the comments section if you're so inclined to do so. Just be nice and polite with one another. And until next time, kit out your ship.